Merci, he called to Langdon. Congratulations, Kohler said when Langdon finally caught up. You just played toss with a Nobel Prize winner, Georges Charpak, inventor of the multi-wire proportional chamber. Langdon nodded. My lucky day. It took Langdon and Kohler 3 more minutes to reach their destination, a large, well-kept dormitory sitting in a grove of aspens. Compared to the other dorms, this structure seemed luxurious. The carved stone sign in front read Building C. Imaginative title, Langdon thought. But despite its sterile name, Building C appealed to Langdon's sense of architectural style, conservative and solid. It had a red brick facade, an ornate balustrade, and sat framed by sculpted symmetrical hedges. As the 2 men ascended the stone path toward the entry, they passed under a gateway formed by a pair of marble columns. Someone had put a sticky note on one of them. This column is Ionic. Physicist graffiti? Langdon mused, eyeing the column and chuckling to himself. I'm relieved to see that even brilliant physicists make mistakes. Kohler looked over. What do you mean? Whoever wrote that note made a mistake. That column is an Ionic. Ionic columns are uniform in width. That one's tapered. It's Doric, the Greek counterpart. A common mistake. Kohler did not smile. The author meant it as a joke, Mr. Langdon. Ionic means containing ions, electrically charged particles. Most objects contain them. Langdon looked back at the column and groaned. Langdon was still feeling stupid when he stepped from the elevator on the top floor of Building C. He followed Kohler down a well-appointed corridor. The decor was unexpected: traditional colonial French, a cherry divan, porcelain floor vase, and scrolled woodwork. We like to keep our tenured scientists comfortable, Kohler explained. Evidently, Langdon thought. So the man in the fax lived up here? One of your upper-level employees? Quite, Kohler said. He missed a meeting with me this morning and did not answer his page. I came up here to locate him and found him dead in his living room. Langdon felt a sudden chill realizing that he was about to see a dead body. His stomach had never been particularly stalwart. It was a weakness he discovered as an art student when the teacher informed the class that Leonardo da Vinci had gained his expertise in the human form by exhuming corpses and dissecting their musculature. Kohler led the way to the far end of the hallway. There was a single door. The penthouse, as you would say, Kohler announced, dabbing a bead of perspiration from his forehead. Langdon eyed the lone oak door before them. The nameplate read, Leonardo Vetra, Kohler said, would have been 58 next week. He was one of the most brilliant scientists of our time. His death is a profound loss for science. For an instant Langdon thought he sensed emotion in Kohler's hardened face. But as quickly as it had come, it was gone. Kohler reached in his pocket and began sifting through a large key ring. An odd thought suddenly occurred to Langdon. The building seemed deserted. Where is everyone? He asked. The lack of activity was hardly what he expected considering they were about to enter a murder scene. The residents are in their labs, Kohler replied, finding the key. I mean the police, Langdon clarified. Have they left already? Kohler paused, his key halfway into the lock. Police? Langdon's eyes met the director's. Police. You sent me a fax of a homicide. You must have called the police. I most certainly have not. What? Kohler's gray eyes sharpened. The situation is complex, Mr. Langdon.